Good day. All right. So for the last sections of chapter 8, I will talk a little bit on the termination. I can also the termination methods or methods of termination. Okay. So termination is termination of employment. It refers to the end of an employee's period to work with the company. Okay. So it means that the employees are no longer working with the company, and termination can be due to several reasons. Okay, for example, like it can be the end of the contract of employment. It can be also due to some reasons like employees intend to terminate because of they want to further or they want to seek out better opportunities with other companies, or there are also some reasons like employees have done some not so right actions or whatever. Okay, that's what they call as disciplinary action. Okay, in the company that the company need to terminate them. Right, so there are several reasons for termination of employee, but most important thing is that termination of employees must be with just cause and excuse. Okay, termination cannot be something like unfair or that is not fair, that is not acceptable. Okay, reason for terminating an employees. Okay, so for methods of terminations or of contract of service, basically for this syllabus we discuss 4 methods. Okay, the first one is normal termination. Normal termination is when the contract of service has been lapsed or has been completed. It has been finished. Let's say that the contract of service is 10 years or 15 years, and then once the 10 or 15 years has completed, then that's it. The employees have to go. Okay. And that is the first termination, normal termination. Second method of termination is termination by notice. This is when the contract of service may be terminated, okay, by either of the party, whether employees or employer. Okay, they render a notice, okay, of resignation, okay, intention to resign to the other party. Okay, let's say employees intend to resign, so the employees give a notice to the employee, telling the employee that he or she will resign at this period. Okay, so there is termination with notice. There will be a minimum requirement on the length of not length of service, length of notice, in the period of notice. Let's say that the employees have been in service for 2 years, so the minimum period of notice to be rendered by the employees to the employer is 4 weeks. Okay, so if the employees have been in service between 2 to 5 years, they have to render notice of 6 weeks, and if it's more than 5 years, notice must be within 8 weeks. Okay, so that is a termination by notice. Okay, the next method will be termination without notice. A contract service may be terminated by either party, whether by employees or employer. Okay, terminations of contract without notice, right? Either party, even whether employer or employees, they may terminate the contract of service without notice, or if the notice has already been given, okay, but the parties that intend to terminate the the contract of service, let's say the employees did not want to wait for the expirations of that notice. Okay, so what this particular employee can do is he or she can pay to the employer an indemnity of a sum equal to the amount of wages which would have accrued to the employee or the employer during the term of such notice or during the unexpired term of such notice. So let's say, like, if the employee want to terminate the contract of service, okay, let's say that the contract of service required this particular employees to render a 4 weeks notice, okay, before leaving the company, but this particular employees don't want to wait the 4 weeks to terminate to expire. So this particular employee will need to pay the 4 weeks notice, okay, the sum of the sum amount of wages, okay, of that 4 weeks to the employer. Okay, because the notice has been given with the purpose of to give ample time for employer to seek out for someone else to replace the positions of these employees that is going to leave the company. So if the employees leave the company without waiting for that 4 weeks to expire, then the employees who intend to leave need to pay to the employer, and vice versa. So that's a termination of contract without notice. Okay, and the last termination is for special reason. Okay, employer may dismiss without notice any employee, okay, due to a reason of misconduct. Okay, misconduct, but misconduct after domestic inquiry. Okay, because sometimes employer, there are also situations where employer may need to terminate employees immediately after the misconduct had done, but for a fair and just cause of terminations, the domestic inquiry is supposed to be conducted. Okay,